So it's currently 2 weeks before we get the key for a new place, and while you won't be seeing this video before we've moved, I still thought it might be interesting for you to see how we've lived in our tiny 38 square meter apartment for the past about 2 years, I think it was. So I have really loved living in our teeny tiny little apartment. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's super small, especially for 2 people, because I've been living here together with my boyfriend. But it's also been really nice living here. So this is the first apartment I ever lived on my own, like outside of my parents' house. And honestly, I've loved it here, and if it wasn't for the other apartment just getting on our path, I would have easily lived here for like another year or even longer. That's truly how much I loved living here. I really enjoy the neighborhoods and just, I don't know, the vibe of the little apartment. I really like it. It's been so great. That said, I'm also really excited to get more space in our newer apartment, and especially the huge rooftop balcony that we're going to have. Because in this apartment we don't have any outside space, so if I want to get out, I really need to get out of the door, if that makes any sense. So without really further ado, let's get into the little tour of our apartment. Enjoy! Okay, so walking up the stairs, we live on the 3rd floor, the uppermost floor of our house. And there you have our little entry. So a place to put our coats, our compost is there, and then also this little shoe cabinet. And then there is the front door. So opening that up, you pretty much walk right into our kitchen. And then directly opposite of the front door there is the bathroom. So as you can see, this is a teeny tiny little apartment. There is not much space in there, but it has been really nice living here nonetheless. Our kitchen pretty much has everything it needs. And then there's our little seating area with our table, which you can make about twice as big. And this poster is something that my boyfriend's grandmother made together with, I think, my boyfriend's uncle. And it's a little gift that they give all of the grandchildren when they move out on their own. And I really like it. It really reminds me of vacations in my childhood, where I liked to take pictures of old doors. So yeah, double special. And then our fruit, which is in this beautiful fruit bowl, which we got from my grandmother. And then there you have the living room portion of our little apartment. So we have had these floor cushions since pretty much moving in here, and I have a love-hate relationship with these. Like, I think I've already mentioned in a video before, I love the idea of them. However, these are impossible to keep nice. The quality of these was not good at all. So for our next apartment, we are going to go with a normal sofa. And then our microwave oven combination besides that. We used to have it on top of our fridge, but then the old fridge broke, and on the instructions of the new fridge it actually said not to put anything hot like an oven or microwave on top of it, so we had to figure that out. I do love my plants. As you can see, there is a good portion of our living room that has them. And our lovely little Christmas tree. Oh, makes me so happy. Then right around the corner of our living room space and pretty much in the kitchen, there is the door to our bedroom. It is small, but again, it has everything we need. So we chose this bed with the drawers in there, so we had a little bit of extra storage because it's, like I said, it's a super tiny apartment and there isn't a ton of built-in storage. There's one big closet and that's it. And with 2 people living here, it's kind of nice to have a little bit more space. So we have this really fun cardboard bedside table. I think it's actually meant as a stool, but we've been using it as a bedside table. And then if we do have guests over, we will get that out to sit on. Then walking back through the kitchen, and right there in the beginning of the kitchen we have this, I like to call it entry closet. On the higher shelf there are all of our cooking books. Then walking into our bathroom, again pretty much everything that we need is in there. And as for the bathroom storage, there is nothing built in here. So we have this little plastic cabinet, which honestly, when moving here, I was planning to replace that pretty much
within the first few months, but it never happens. So in our new apartment we are going to have a built-in cabinets underneath the sink, so that would be really nice. And hello, that's me. As you can see, it's simple, but it works for us. It's been really nice. So besides the kitchen counter, we have these little hooks installed which house our tea towel, a hand towel, and an apron, as well as some, honestly I don't know what they are called in English, the things that you use put underneath your hot pants or to protect your hands when holding them, you know. If you would like to see what's in all of our kitchen cabinets, I'll make sure to link a video down below, as well as in the cards, where I give you a little bit of a tour after doing a bit of a reorganization of it. So that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, or if you would also like to see an apartment tour of our next apartment, which is going to be almost twice as big as this one, do let me know. I might do that. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. It would really truly help me out, and I will see you in my next video. Have a good day. Bye.